Hello, one concurrent viewer. I don't know if you came from the Black Pigeon Speak stream. I know I was talking about it to a few people, but it seems to be about endless, unattributable speculation about what's happening and analysis of videos that may or may not be real. In fact, I was listening to the BBC and I thought that the BBC had better commentary than all that, oh, this happened and that old lady was hurt. And, well, I'm afraid we're not really interested in all that, are we? Let's be honest. Let's be honest and just admit that we only care about the war insofar as it affects our interests. What's going to happen to energy prices? What's going to happen to us? Right? That's what we care about. Let's not pretend that we care about who our governments kill on our behalves. It would be rank hypocrisy. We only care about what happens to us. And we don't care. Well, we have a tradition of not caring about who our government murders on our behalves. And that's why we don't care about foreign policy. That's why we think Putin is a villain, because he dared to respond to the provocation of Russians for decades. What did I hear today on the BBC? Oh, the Russians are barred from the Paralympics. They've been, accused of all kinds of doping scandals. We know that non-Russian athletes do that all the time. They get away with it too, but not the Russians, because they're not our friends. Hello, Carlos. Long time no speak. I don't bother with the Russians are doing this. As far as I know, yeah, we're going to get refugees and we're going to be pissed off with our government for, well, doing more stuff to get us more refugees. The most interesting thing is that the men are saying, ooh, all these lovely Ukrainian female refugees. Won't that be nice for us? That's what they're saying, and the female voters are getting angry about that take. That's the most interesting take so far. So the situation in the Ukraine is really a catalyst for us. There is a silver lining, even in the face of the looming rises in prices of everything. Well, it will bring us closer to regime change, our regime change. Are we sick and tired of liberal democracy? Has it delighted us for long enough with its feminism and its wokeism and its, well, I think so. So that is our particular silver lining. I'm not interested in reports on the fog of war in the Ukraine. The Russians will either attack or they won't attack, and they might succeed or they might not. But, well, we know what Putin would be aiming for. I would be aiming for, well, Ukraine, you promise never to become part of NATO, and you countries around what used to be the former Eastern Bloc, you promise never to be NATO, and maybe you might like to come, be our satellite nations again. That is the best case scenario for Putin, wouldn't it? It's so easy when you think about it in that way. And what is a buffer state but a fence? And obviously, you don't need a proper fence if you are on good terms with your. Well, you don't need a wall, you still need a fence, so that you don't inadvertently encroach on his territory when you do your gardening, I guess. But that's a silver lining for us. When our when Western leaders, it's like, what are they doing? They're following orders. I know Felix thinks it's the Jews, and then that's sad. I know he doesn't. I know he's too smart to say the Jews, but he talks about them and they, and that kind of thing, and that kind of flags him as somebody with a problem with Jews, and that's why he gets into trouble every now and then. But really, do we have to blame the Jews? Must we blame the Jews? Isn't it obvious what NATO is? It's the milk cow of the arms manufacturers. I've said as much in the live chat of Black Pigeon Speaks, but everybody's just posting their own shit. They don't care. They don't even read other people's. They don't respond. So there's no point playing in their live chat. So this is what it is. Liberal democracy is coming to an end. Maybe it has a death wish, because all matriarchies have a death wish because they keep doing stupid shit to piss everyone off, and then they shut their ears and they shut their eyes to reality and punish people who point it out to them until they can no longer deny it. And when it really comes up to them and punches them in the face, when reality punches you in the face, well, you can't ignore it, can you? And the reality is that Westerners have had it up to here, well, up to their necks, up to their noses, over their heads. I'm not sure which, but it'll be one of those very soon. What is it all for? Why are we fighting another European war? Because the armaments manufacturers tell our leaders to? Do you really think it's the Jews? Look, it's very simple. NATO is a milk cow for arms manufacturers, and when you understand this, everything becomes clear. There is no need to blame Jews. What happens in representative democracy, especially in America with their year-long presidential campaign? These political parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, know how unpopular they are, and therefore they need lots of propaganda to tell people that it ain't so, and they have to buy it, and that costs a lot of money. And where do they go for their money? They go to corporate America. And corporate America includes the arms industries, right? And unfortunately, they're also, they make airline jets, right? They have their hand in everything. And so, yeah, we like flying around on cheap holidays. Boeing, I can't remember, but you get the idea. The people who make passenger aircraft also make fighter jets. So they're all mixed up in the economy, and they have deep pockets, and they can easily bribe our corrupt and incompetent politicians to keep voting for war. Do you still need to blame the Jews? Do you? You know what China does. It makes sure that no corporate interest ever gets above its boots. They know who they are, and they can tell them to shut up and pipe down. We know what happened to Jack Ma. Every now and then, the Chinese government tells any Chinese celebrity getting too big for his or her boots to pipe down, and they do. And maybe that's the way it should be. They don't want any cult of personality to undermine the national interest, and quite right too. And so this is how you should understand the situation. All European leaders are US vassal states. That's what they are. And that's why they're in a room with a fan, throwing shit at a fan and expecting a good result. And they won't listen to anybody who tells them to stop. But this is my position. I don't know what yours is. You want a European war? Well, you're damn stupid if you're another European wanting a European war. When you think of how badly it has served European interests in the past to fight European wars, who benefits? Well, somebody non-European, and it benefited the Americans. It gave America, well, all the imperial control Europe used to have. And has it used its powers wisely? Well, you know the answer. You know the answer. But perhaps it's all for the best. Perhaps all this is happening because, well, you wouldn't understand otherwise. You were given the reason to understand it, but you chose to ignore it, thinking you can get away with ignoring the truth, denying reality, and this is basically how you and your politicians behave. And the comeuppance is coming right up.